Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Elma. Thank you so much for joining me for this really special video because it's in collaboration with you guys. Yes, you chose my makeup on Instagram a couple weeks ago. I had a little poll going on and I asked you this or that, and a lot of you participated and it was like really fun, and here's the video. I'm really excited about it and we're gonna get right into it. If you want to take part in this for the next time and you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Instagram, and let's get right into it. It's gonna be a really colorful look because you have the choice between kind of like a neutral palette and a really colorful palette, and y'all chose a really colorful palette. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. I hope you enjoy the video. I gotta tell you something I could do. Okay, so we're gonna start off with brows, and I asked you if you wanted me to use the ABH brow pomade or the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and most of you chose the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and this is in the number 4. I really like this. It's super fine and I wasn't mad at it. And the thing is, like, I put the brow pomade because I don't know if you watched my products like I kind of like regret buying. I'll be putting a card right here for you to check it out if you're interested, and over there I'm talking about how like I've changed my mind basically on the brow pomade. So it was kind of like a little tricky little one over there. And then I asked you what brow setter you wanted me to use, and it was again between the ABH brow setter and the Glossier boy brow, and you guys chose the Glossier boy brow, and this is in clear. I have a whole video that's like really chill if you want to check out, where I try out some Glossier stuff. Again, I'll be putting it in the cards so you can check it out after you're done with this video. So we're gonna get right into the brows. I've already done a brow for you guys because you've seen me do this 1,000 times, and I feel like I changed the shape of my brow a little bit. I really like it, you know. So we're gonna go in. First off, I'm gonna brush everything upward. I'm just really just allowing my brows to grow and just follow the natural shape, I guess. And I'm just, you know, just lightly tweezing over here, little stray hairs, and then just filling it up basically. So I'm going in lightly, or should I say I'm trying to go in lightly. One thing I love with this Precisely My Brow is when you apply it, it definitely shows, and you really don't need to go in with a heavy hand to apply this brow product because it just immediately shows up. And it could be a little bit intimidating, but once you brush it through, there are no like harsh lines or anything like that. So it's very precise placement that can be easily blended to give you like this really beautiful natural brow. Also set this brow already, just so you know. Brush it through, just looks really nice. And then I'm gonna go in with the Glossier. Now I'm gonna move on to the eyes, and you guys know that I always do that before I do my base makeup, and we're gonna start off with primers. So the battle was between Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden and Fenty Beauty Pro Filter, and that's the one that won. And the thing is, I've really been enjoying this concealer so much. Actually, it's the one I tend to grab for the most. I don't know if it's because I've found not that it's like a complicated product to use, but I don't know, there's something about this concealer that makes for my eye makeup to look like really pretty, and I feel that the product really do come out nicer, and also that they stick onto my eye way longer than other eyeshadow primers. For eyeshadow palette, the battle was between the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, which is really a neutral palette with like a couple pops of blues and purples there, but it's like a very safe palette. And the other one was the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. I think it came out like last year or 2 years ago, and that's the one that won. It's such a pretty palette. I really love Violet Voss palettes because the pigments are really there. I just really love the formula of their eyeshadows. I haven't purchased anything new from them recently. I don't really know what kind of look I'm gonna go for, but I know that I want to touch on this purple over here. I don't want to play it safe because obviously y'all chose this palette for a reason. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna put on some music and just create. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I know it looks a little crazy right now, but once the wing liner is put on and the lashes are on, it's gonna look cute. So I asked you guys if I should put on liner or not, and the option was the Glossier one, the pro tip, and y'all said liner, so I'll be putting on some liner. And then the lashes I'm gonna be using are from OP Lashes, and they are in the style Blink. Face, and I asked you what primer to use. It was the battle between the Hydro Grip from Milk and the Tatcha Silk Canvas, but the liquid version of it, and you guys chose the Tatcha one. I'm so happy you did because I got this, I think it was like during the last VIP sale at Sephora, and I initially got the small one, like the silk canvas, but in a mini form because I wasn't really sure if I liked it or not, and then they came out with the liquid form and I was just like, heck yeah, because I really do enjoy just the normal, like I guess the putty, but this is so much nicer and it works great for dry skin, for oily skin. And when I say that this makes your makeup just, it's like a nice barrier slash gripper and smoother to your makeup, it's just amazing. It just makes for a really beautiful surface to work on. And if like me you have dry skin and you're scared that it might dry you out, fear not. I always say this, you must always have some kind of skincare that is adequate to your skin type, and then whatever primer you have, make sure like it's one that's okay for your skin type as well. And you can usually have some kind of like workaround. However, the Hydro Grip, the reason why I put that one kind of like a dud was because I know that a lot of people love that primer, but for me, I've still not been able to make it work. I don't like how my foundation looks like when I use that as a primer. I'm gonna finish it up, and I'm really happy that I did choose a mini like travel size version of it because I wasn't very sure of it. I know that a lot of people say that it's hydrating, yada yada, but no. And the thing with this primer as well is that you can actually use it as an eye primer, and it's just really nice. Like even right now my skin feels super duper soft. For foundation, it was between the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. It's one of those foundations that I really do enjoy wearing, especially during the summertime, because it's so easy to apply and to use, and it lasts a really long time. Another really amazing foundation that I love so much is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So those were the two ones I asked you guys, and most of you said you wanted the NARS one. So this is the foundation, and my shade is in Syracuse. And I apologize for the noise outside. Oh my god, these children are screaming like banshees. Lord. NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation is one of my favorite foundations of all time. I love how it wears, how it applies, and how it looks. It gives you a really beautiful skin, and also it is so long lasting, and you just look good for a long period of time, and I'm not mad at that. I'm going to actually apply it with my brush first, and then I'm gonna finish it up with my makeup sponge and just put it all over. And this Syracuse is the perfect match for me. Look at how beautiful that is. So how have you guys been doing? Please tell me in the comments, or just slide on my DM if you don't want to have a full public conversation. But I hope you guys are doing well. I finally have my creative spark back, so that's like really exciting, and I'm riding that bus till I hopefully don't get off it anymore, to be honest, because I really do want to be like consistent, and I'm challenging myself for this next half of the year to just really push myself. So I hope you guys hold me accountable to that. Just apply it later, just to make sure it's one with the skin, even though it looks like, can you guys see that? It just looks flawless. Concealer, it was a battle between two of my favorites, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and the Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Naked Skin concealer, and it is the oldie but the goodie that won. And my shade in this concealer is medium neutral. I really love this concealer because it's lightweight, it's covering, and it's just a really nice concealer all in all that is actually quite versatile, because I can apply this on my no makeup days and it doesn't look like super duper heavy, but on my days where I want to be a little bit more, I guess, beat looking, it does a trick as well, but it still gives me this skin like finish, I guess. And if I want to get a little bit more coverage from it, usually what I do is I allow the under eye to just sit a little bit whilst I blend the rest of the concealer. And also another trick is to use a small brush instead of a beauty sponge to initially blend, and then you can finish up with a beauty sponge so it really you know, looks like proper skin. I am actually probably gonna use a brush all around, so it's just again. And for under eye powder, it was a toss between the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder and the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Fetish Powder. If you want a breakdown on her concealer and powder, my thoughts, review, wear test, and all that good stuff, you should check out the video over here in the cards. It's my full review demo of the Pat McGrath Complete Concealer System, you know, that video. I'll be putting it up here. And so you guys chose the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. This is actually a new product to my, actually it's not that new because I did initially, because I wasn't sure about it, but I heard a lot of people who do have dry skin like me rave about this powder, and I wanted to know what the fuss was about, so I did get the mini size just to check it out first to see if I liked it, because powders is not something that I run through really fast, and I have a couple now. So I ended up grabbing this during the sale, and I do not regret it because the mini version had totally convinced me. So I ended up just emptying the mini version in here, and yeah, it's now one of like those powders that I really enjoy because it's not like drying under the eye, and it's milled very finely, and it doesn't leave me feeling dry. And I don't know if you guys know this, but like I don't bake as much as I used to before. I just usually use a powder, like a small brush like this, and just apply and wait till all is completely gone from it. And I don't initially have much to begin with, but I just allow it to disperse, and it doesn't leave me looking or feeling dry or cakey or anything like that. It's slightly reflective as well, so it's not something that leaves me looking very dull either. So because that's one of the fears as well, you know, like when you have dry skin, is to be left looking powdery and dull, but it's not the case here. We're gonna move on to contour, and I actually have a couple of like cream contours that I want to talk to you about at some point in time this summer, so be on the lookout for that. Like I think I'm gonna do an all type, like a cream, all cream look, like just cream products, because I think like during the summer is the best time to actually go that cream route. Except if you're oily skin, you might not enjoy it as much. Toss was between the classic, the OG LA Girl Pro Conceal, like the contour color, or the Huda Beauty and the Huda Beauty Tantour one. My color is in medium. I really like this formula of the Tantour. It does set into like kind of like a powder, so it's very long lasting. It's a product that if you do have oily skin, you really might truly enjoy, but as a dry skin girl, I love it as much as the next person. And I usually don't, it looks like a lot right now, and that's another thing with this product, a little goes a long way, and it just blends really nicely into the skin. Just need to work it a little bit, and there you go, it's just blended, and it just stays and it doesn't move. I think that this is one of the best products that Huda Beauty has come out with. A little light contouring. So we're gonna move on to blush before we go back to face powder, because right now I don't feel like I need a lot of powder, but in case I need to go over with some powder, I'm gonna start with blush. So the battle of the blushes was between the Charlotte Tilbury Love Flush. I really like that blush. It's very subtle and you can build it up so it really comes up on your skin. It's really nice. It's like two colors, one shimmery, one that's more matte, and it really gives you that glowy blush from within. The other blush that I suggested was the Kaja Beauty Stamp Blush. It's a cream. I really love cream blushes these days, and it was the Kaja, that one, and it's this one. It's in Saucy. It's one of those, like, it's a new one because my other one is like basically finished. And so you just stamp in like that, and you stamp it on your cheeks lightly like that, and then you can blend it out with your fingers, but I'm actually gonna blend it out with a blush brush. It really gives you that effect of blushing from within because it's a cream. It just really blends into the skin and gives you that like sensation. If you really like doing the whole like blush over the nose, like I've tended to do a lot lately, a cream blush like this is perfect for that because it does a really good job of just like blending, and it looks natural and it doesn't look like you just placed it there. And it's rather matte, but there's like a soft sheen to it. And honestly, like just one little stampy suffice. And the color I'm using, by the way, is Saucy. I'm so tempted to go here, but like I'm not gonna do it this time. So next off, we're gonna move on to powders, and I don't think I'm really gonna powder because like I feel really matte right now. Everything looks pretty set in place, but the battle was between the Sephora collection Micro Smooth powder. If you've been with me for a long time, you know that it's one of my all-time favorite powders because it's a very natural looking powder that gives you a little bit of luminosity, but it also sets everything in such a beautiful way that gives you like this appearance of a smoothness. It's kind of like Facetune as a powder. That's how I would describe it. And then I put it back to back with the Jaclyn Cosmetics illuminating powder. I don't know the name of the powder, but anyways, it's one of those illuminating setting powders, and it is a really beautiful powder, but you guys were not here for it and you voted for the Sephora Micro Smooth. This powder is the best damn thing, and Sephora collection usually has a wide range of powders, so you know that you're probably gonna find what you need. I'm just using it very lightly just for using its sake, but I honestly do not need it for this look because everything is pretty much set in place. Before I move on to highlight and bronzer, I want to spray my face a little bit with something just to revive it all, and the battle was between the KYLIE Beauty Elixir. I really love that setting mist. It's such a nice mist, kind of expensive in all honesty, but I understand why. It really is a reviving, soothing, beautiful mist. And then next it was the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and it's two completely different, you know, price tags, but oh my, the Morphe setting mist is really nice. It's really lovely, and that's actually the one you guys voted for. So I'm just gonna apply some of that. My fan is right here. Okay, so now that I've put some setting spray and I feel a little bit more alive, we're gonna put on some bronzer, and it was the battle. I keep on saying the battle, but like I don't know how else to call it, but it played between the NARS Casino bronzer and the Fenty bronzer, not the new one that is like a cream, but I do have that one as well, but the, you know, the original Sunstalker, and the Sunstalker won. Honestly, I'm not surprised. And my shade right now is, well, of always, is actually Caramel Cutie. I find that it's the perfect bronzing shade for me. It's honestly one of my favorite bronzers actually. I even feel like it surpassed the Casino NARS bronzer. There's something about it that makes me grab for it way more than I would any other of my bronzers, except maybe the Hourglass one, because that one is one of like, ooh, it's like luminous and at the same time it's just beautiful. Whilst this one is like, I want to say like purely matte but like fully pigmented and not in an orangey way. Like the color of this is just like the perfect bronzing color, and I just love how it applies. Like it's super duper pigmented but at the same time workable. It's not one of those annoying pigmented ones that you just look like, you know, nothing if you put too little, or if you put too much it's like, what the heck were you going for? No, this one is like the perfect one, and I just love how it just looks, and it makes me look all bronzy and pretty and everything and between. I'm sorry, I'm being annoying. But I really get excited about this, and it really kind of gave me an insight as well as where your mindset was at in regards to like the kind of makeup you go for. Like we're definitely on the same line of things, because although some of those products I added in are not my favorites, I did still purchase them for a reason, you know. So yeah, but some really won by a landslide. It's crazy. Highlighter, I thought that I would go for, I guess, my only drugstore highlighter, which is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. I really love it. It's like the perfect color for my NC42 Fenty 300 310 skin. It's a really beautiful highlighter, and then I put it against the Jouer Molten Glow, and it's a highlighter that came out last year. It's for the face and the body, but I mostly use it for the face, and it's such a beautiful highlighter, and that's the one you guys wanted me to use. This is what it looks like. It's one of those where you have to go in with a light hand because it is extra pigmented, and I just going really at the highest points of my face. I didn't really think out my bottom lash makeup for this one, but you know what, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Surprisingly, I'm here showing you this, but I'm also learning as I go. I think that next time I'll not bring the bottom color to the top. I'll just leave it at the bottom. See, just a little bit goes a long way, and you can go back in. I like going in with the brush that I used for the powder to tone everything down so it's not too much. It is a very blinding highlight, and it's not the most forgiving if you have texture, I will say that. But my skin does look flawless. Like, ooh, actually looks so much better in person than it does. Like, it's just like this side is just picking everything up, but it just looks really nice actually. Next off, the lips. So I asked you if I should put on lip liner or not, and all of you, or most of you, said yes, and the lip choice was between a bright pink from Fenty Beauty or a nude from Dose of Colors, and y'all choose the bright pink, and I kind of totally forgot, and I'm now rethinking this eye look, so it is what it is. The lip liner is Brown Sugar from KYLIE Cosmetics, and the lipstick we're going to be wearing is the Stunna Lip Paint from Fenty Beauty in On Lock. Love how this look came out. It's just giving me a whole vibe, summer vibes. It's such a pity that we're not really going anywhere to, you know, showcase this, but honestly on the gram it's gonna look bomb. I'm really happy about how this turned out. Do I think that the lips and the eyes are maybe not the best match? Yes, most definitely I do. I hope you like how it turned out. Thank you so much for participating if you did. If you want to participate next time, definitely follow me on Instagram at elrosaddiction so you can see what's going on, like polls and stuff like that. And if you like this video and you want to see more like this, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And also comment below. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Share this video or any content of mine that you think will benefit someone in your surrounding. That really helps as well. And if you want to see more content from me, a couple of videos just popped up on the screen, so be sure to check them out, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.